2. Oh, I don't know when it's going to start. Okay, you don't look at this.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Welcome, everyone.
We're here. We're live. It is a beautiful Sunday, August 1st. We're so glad you guys are here joining us. I've got Neiman here with me. I told him that I thought you guys might like it if he's also in the live. So he's going to be looking at the camera a little bit, but mostly focused on the screen. But I still wanted him to just be in front of the cam instead of behind the cam like he always is. So shout outs to him.
The trade-off for me being in front of the cam instead of on the side is you're going to see me drinking an amazing IPA. It's 2 o'clock, yes, but it's got to be 5 o'clock close in the eastern part of the U.S. But that's the trade-off, so...
I guess it's fine. All right, well... We're going to let some people get on here, I think, and just so that we can continue building up our little crowd here. So before we dive into our July numbers, I just want to make sure that enough people get on here so that we aren't going to be missing anybody.
Yeah, and this will be recorded, so if you did miss this or if you ever want to reference back to this video, it'll be on our channel and it'll live here forever.
Yeah. And we had such a great time last month to recap June. And so we decided that instead of doing those recap videos every month, that it would just be more fun to go live with you guys, chat with you guys, and then also just talk about furniture. Anything that you guys have questions about, drop it in the comment box. We will try to get to a lot of them. We're not sure how long we'll be on here today. It just kind of going to go with the flow. Last time we decided 30 minutes and then it ended up being an hour and 30 minutes because we just were having so much fun. And then we have to say that we are just so excited that you guys are here. And we thought that since you guys enjoyed it so much last time that we're going to do this time, but we're going to continue to do this monthly.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
If this is something that you guys enjoy. So we have enabled the super chats down below. Show us your support down there if you guys really enjoy these live chats.
Yeah. It helps. Everything, any little bit helps. Yep. And just you guys being here is enough support. So don't feel obligated. But we had a lot of people in last month's live stream let us know that they would have liked to give, and they weren't able to. I thought that it automatically just did it, but we had to go. Shout outs to Christina and Mike from Pretty Distressed. They gave us the lowdown on how to go and activate those super chats. So they're active today. So if you feel enticed, they're down there.
Yep. I just looked really fast at a comment and I saw people are seeing these ultrasounds. They're not mine. We are back actually here at my parents' house. And so that is my sister-in-law's ultrasound. As you guys know, they're having twins like really, really, really soon. And so that's what that is. It's Gran and Ace are what my parents are going to be called as grandparents. And so that's their brag board. And obviously, since the boys aren't here yet and we don't have pictures of them, we've just got their ultrasound. So that's what's hanging there right now until they get older and do some artwork, things like that, and photos. So not mine. And then the reason we're back at the parents' house is because our farmhouse, it's a long story. Pretty much we don't have the most solid Wi-Fi. So in order to get the live stream going correctly, we need to have...
Well, we don't have any Wi-Fi.
Well, we have hotspots, and so obviously that's not going to be very good at streaming things.
It's super weird. We live still in the middle of the city, essentially. But as you guys know, and you've seen on the video of us getting the whole farmstead and all of that, well, it's tucked away, and they haven't... The bigger internet companies and cable providers haven't ran any line through like this, just maybe half a mile of stretch of land. And so... And
it would cost a big chunk of money.
It was
$25,000 to install cable and Wi-Fi, and we just decided that that was not going to be worth it since we don't really know how long we'll be there and everything like that. So we just make it work, and we come over here to do uploads and to do live streams. And of course, Mom and Dad love that because they get to still see us every day, basically, because our job is content and uploading things to YouTube. So
let's go ahead and roll into just some comments. We have a special guest who's going to be joining us, so make sure you guys stick around. Lauren wasn't sure if... Oh, man, I just got a phone call and lost my train of thought. Lauren, we're going to go until 3 o'clock today. Lauren has plans. She's getting ready to go out of town, so she's going to go get ready for that trip at 3. So we're going to have a hard cut. I would love to be here for hours, but we're going to just rapid fire this. We have numbers to go over. We have comments, and we have Dixie Belle cash, cold hard cash to give away.
Yep.
So we've got a lot to pack in this hour. So let's go ahead and just get through some of these comments and see where everybody is from. We have people from Southern Cal. We have some people from the UK. People from Bolivia saying hi. From Lubbock,
everybody.
Texas, the Red Raiders. The Blue Mountains of Australia. I haven't been to Australia. I didn't know there was mountains, but I definitely didn't know there were blue mountains in Australia.
Didn't know that either. Maybe it's... Do you think it's an actual mountain?
No.
Aw, cool.
She's always literal, so I always like to play with that aspect of her. Oh my God, baby pictures in the background. Nope.
That's the one that I saw.
Yep, wait, baby in the back. Yeah, so I would reiterate, not our baby.
No, that was early. That's what I saw, and that's why I said that.
Oh, ultrasounds, but I mean, they keep coming is what I'm saying. Hello from Missouri, right around the corner. I'm at Old Time Pottery looking for staging stuff, says Christina. Do you want to...
Yes, staging it's so much just in your brain. You're like, what's going to look good with this style? What's going to look good with that style? So
my recommendation, buy it all. Buy it all.
Oh,
keep the receipt, though, because then you just take it back. And then
I like to thrift a lot of my staging stuff, too. So, tips.
Hi from NY State. Hi from Tennessee. From Shantiva. We were just there. Shantiva. Excuse me if I got that wrong. From the deep south, Madison, or as Lauren would say, the deep, 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 deep south. Right? That's how she emphasizes. I love it. Starlink Internet from Bella's Mom Rocks. Bella, that's actually funny that you say that. I've been looking into that. But the consistency right now and the power that Starlink is giving out is not there where we need it for upload speed, especially. Download, we would be able to rock with that, but I'm a huge, huge Elon Musk fan, and so that makes her one because I'm always telling her, you know, the latest with Elon. He's an amazing man for our society and for our humanity, but Starlink, hopefully soon. They're rolling out more satellites, so yeah, maybe an option for sure. Oh, there's a sale at Old Time Pottery Barn, or Old Time Pottery. I thought it was Pottery Barn. No? All right, so do you guys love Neiman's enthusiasm? It can be a lot sometimes, but...
sometimes.
I've had a cold brew with a shot of espresso this morning, and it's a beautiful, 75-degree day right now, so all of it's coming together.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I don't see too many questions. You guys got any questions yet? I think we'll do about 2 more minutes, and then I'll jump into July's numbers. You guys, it's been slow this summer. I think June was pretty slow. July was pretty slow. But also, slow is a very subjective term. Neiman reminds me a lot that there's subjective terms, and I think slow is one of them because, you know, it's slow compared to the other months that I've had, but it's, you know, I've still sold 5 to 6 pieces, and I still have several pieces in our shop that I just honestly haven't gotten the chance to list on the marketplace yet. And then the other day I listed 2 things and they both sold that same day. So it was kind of crazy, but it just, you know, I say it's slow, people aren't going to buy it, and that's kind of not motivated me to post my things, and then when I posted them, it sold the same day. So now I'm like, okay, give me all the photos. I need to go ahead and post them.
We've been traveling and just trying to stay on top of content in the vlog channel, which actually, if you guys haven't got subscribed yet, head over to the Flip Side with Lauren and Neiman.
Yeah.
We haven't posted a video in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, but we're getting ready to drop a recap video of our Tennessee trip to visit Christina and our travels there and all of that. So make sure you'll get subscribed. But Stephanie Jones has a question. Do you use a primer on all your furniture? And she said white primer. So I don't know if she's asking specifically white primer, but...
Well, for primer, like I say, when in doubt, prime it out. And there's a couple of reasons for using primer. Sometimes primer is good to help the paint stick to the piece of furniture. If it's a really smooth, glossy surface, you're going to want to prime that. And then also, one of the major reasons that I use primer is to prevent bleed through. And so when I use the primer, it's usually going to be that shellac-based Bin Zinsser primer, and that is going to help block in those stains, especially when you're doing those lighter colors like white or even like a lighter gray or any light color. You're going to want to prime any solid wood because that is going to block the bleed through. And the bleed through is basically if you sand through the finish or something happens to the finish and then that stain is popping through, that primer is going to seal it off. The shellac in that primer is going to seal it off. But
so from sealing it off when I put the paint on there, that
generally
isn't going to come through the paint.
Yeah, it should block it. Sometimes you do need 2 or 3 coats of the primer. I've gotten pretty lucky and I haven't really needed more than 1. Knock on wood, because you never honestly know if it's going to be a bleed through completely until you get your paint on, and then sometimes even until you get your top coat on, because the top coat also likes to pull out those tannins.
Great question and great answer. Yeah. Christina, we're going to get started on the numbers, and then also somebody asked about who won the flip off. That's what we're going to be going into here in the live stream, so just stay tuned. We're going to get through.
There was a winner?
There was a winner chicken dinner. There was
between me and Christina.
There always has to be a winner.
I don't think there was a winner. Every single comment that I read, it was like Christina, Lauren, Christina, Lauren, Christina, Lauren, and it was really just such a fun time and experience, and we're so thrilled to share it with you guys last Monday, and we absolutely loved doing that premiere as well. Yeah, there will definitely be more premieres, more collaborations, because that whole process was super exciting. Yep. Christina, really quick, we're going to get into the flips for July. I just want to get through a few more questions, and let's go rapid fire answering. Okay. How's the new place? We love it. Yep. It's awesome being on our own as well. Miss mom and dad, but Where do you like getting your drawer pulls and hardware from? Amazon, reusing the ones that were already on there, and then my newly found enjoyable place to go is Hobby Lobby. Especially when they're on sale. 50% off. It's a must. Yeah, and we actually heard somebody tell us in the premiere that you can, if you do buy it full price, when Hobby Lobby is, I'm plugging the people. I'm giving y'all some game right here, some gems. But we haven't tried it, so it is also very in that hypothesis. Anyway. But yeah, go to Hobby Lobby. If you did buy it full price, when they're having the sale, they'll discount you the difference. Try it, let us know. That's what we've heard. We haven't tried it though. Have you tried blending on furniture yet? No, I have not tried that yet. Soon enough. Would you ever do anything with old windows? Possibly. I mean, there's so many things that could be done. Yeah. But personally, I don't know. It's just, that's probably not in my forte or in my style of But if things. We did something, it would be over on the flip side with Lauren and Neiman, because we would just do it to the windows at our house, most likely. They mean like old windows, like you have a window and then make it into like a decoration or something. Disregard. I'll just answer the question. Okay. You mentioned that you would do a how-to to film and edit YouTube videos. What are you thinking
of when are you thinking of putting that out there, and where? Soon enough. Right now, just in full honesty with you guys, we're just flipping furniture, and that isn't such a furniture specific video, so that just kind of gets put on the back end of the priority list. It's something that we want to get there. Oh, I want to get to, but it'll happen, but in good time.
Yeah, and I don't know if we would post it. We would probably post that over on the vlog channel as well, just because we're really trying to separate and define. You know, FFT is completely FFT and furniture flipping, and then our vlog channel is basically anything else, whether it be house renovations or things like that, or just like lifestyle or what we're doing this week, things like that. So we're trying to really define that line.
I just saw a good question that I want to ask is, I lost it, but I remember it in here, and I don't know who asked it, but they asked if you had to pick one paint color or one paint company. Let's go with one paint color for the rest of your life. What would it be?
I would probably say gray. And the reason is because white is just white and bright. And that was my first initial thought. But then I love gray. And I feel like gray is super neutral, and a lot of people like it. And I could try to do a bunch of different things with it.
How do you flip during the winter when there are temp requirements on paints, polys, and primers?
It's hard. You just have to, when we've only had the experience of doing it in our garage, my parents' garage out there, and what we did is an hour before we flipped, I went out and turned on all the heaters, and then we let it warm up.
2 or 3 of them?
Yeah, and it honestly got pretty warm.
Oh, yeah.
And then, that hour, whether it was my mom or me that turned that heater on, and we just tried to really make that garage really warm. And
we didn't open up the garage door, kept that shut.
Yeah, and we really kept it shut. Even if we weren't out there flipping, it was shut 99% of the time. Unless I had to sand until I got the surf prep with the vacuum dust extractor. So it's doable. It's
an adjustment,
cold, but it's got to be done if you want to continue. Or you can bring it inside too.
Can Sarah DIY asks, how many pieces of furniture have you painted black in the last month? It seems like a lot. Is it because you're sad that you moved out of your parents' house? That's a funny question. I didn't read that one prior to reading it.
I only painted one black.
Yeah.
Actually black.
The rest were just deep blue.
Yeah. One was midnight blue, one was basilisk black, but it really was more of a blue. When you look at it, I think it's more blue. And then the one black one was our one for our dresser, or in our room.
Yeah, so not many black pieces,
and then
just
a little
one.
Nightstand. Pure black, just one. The nightstand, I guess, had black, but it was wood tones too. I'm not depressed, I promise. I'm happy.
Okay.
Can't never go wrong.
Do you boost your listings on Marketplace?
I do not boost my listings on Marketplace. I've never boosted my listings on Marketplace. I've been hearing a lot of people saying that, mine isn't getting a lot of views, or whatever the trend might be that people are saying, but I don't.
Yeah, and don't overthink it. Just take good photos and do a good job on the furniture, and you don't need to boost. And then keep doing good work. Sorry, this is just the business side of me, but keep doing good work, because then people will rate your account, and then people will be able to go and see your seller profile on Facebook Marketplace, and there's some social validity, and they'll see that you're legit, consistent, and things like that. All right, it is 2:19. We have a ton of questions. We're gonna open up to questions at the end again. So we'll reiterate that, and you'll have to repost your questions. Sorry, there's a ton in there, but let's get going.
All right. And I think we're going to put them up. We're going to pop them up on the screen. I've just got my phone here because I'm going to, this is where I have my numbers. So we're going to share them. Here we go. Flip number 1 was this French provincial dresser, and we got it for $50. And then this one was actually a custom piece. So the piece cost $50 for me, and then I sold it to them for $500. I painted it in the blue Harbor silk paint by Dixie Belle, and then we got a profit of $450. So
and these were the ones that came from
really good one.
Minnesota, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Just let me do the talking. All right, and then the next one was the mid-century modern with, it was solid wood, and I used tally green on this one from Melange. So I got this dresser for $75. I have the tall one still, and I'm excited to do that one. But then I sold it for a custom order at $500, and then $425 was our profit.
Nice.
And then on to flip number 3, we did another mid-century dresser, and this one was awesome because I got it for $15 at Goodwill, and I got a lot of comments on this one saying, oh my gosh, we never have good prices at Goodwill. How do you get these? Well, this one was weird because it was marked at like $75, but it was just sitting there. And then over time, you could see that they had marked it down. And we just happened to get it at the right moment. And so I paid $15 for it, spent about $20 in materials. I used Fusion Midnight Blue, and that was per request and suggestion from a lot of you guys. So thank you, because I loved that color.
And so did everybody. Like, a lot of comments are popping in on, oh my gosh, I love the MCM dresser. Yep. Love the two tones. I absolutely fell in love with that color. I love to drive around. Okay. Yep.
I think that was on the green one.
Yeah.
So I sold that one. Actually, just today they picked it up. I sold it on Friday. They gave me a deposit. Today they came and picked it up, so it was super fun. Sold it for $300, and then profit of $265. So let's move on to the next one here. All right, and the number 4 flip was the Harry Potter inspired dresser, and I got that one for $60. It's still sitting in our shop, but I still really enjoyed doing that. And yes, this is the one that I totally botched the name of the paint, but it was Basilisk Black, and I was actually...
AKA bluish blackish.
Oh, thank you to Christina.
Super chat in the house.
Super chat. Thank you, Christina. We really appreciate that. But anyway, back to this one, Basilisk Black. I don't watch Harry Potter. I'm sorry. I'm gonna watch it eventually, but this one's still sitting there. I love the way that this one turned out, even the chunky hardware and everything. Adding the legs too for a first time. All right. Flip number 5 was the one for our room, and this one was a pretty quick flip. We got this one for $50. Obviously, I didn't sell it, but I just painted it in Caviar from Dixie Belle, and...
I told her I would try to buy it, but she said, oh, because I'm cute, that she'll give it to me for free. So,
oh my gosh.
Anyway.
And then you can see our beautiful wallpaper there behind it that we're definitely going to be getting rid of here soon on our vlog channel. Next one, flip number 6 and 7, these 2 nightstands, and so they were those wood shelves, and then I completely transformed the look thanks to Amber over at Unique Upcycles for the idea. If you guys aren't over there with her on YouTube, head over there after this live because she does great content as well. Got these for $15, and then I so graciously had all of the materials sent to us via our Amazon wish list, which you guys, that really truly helps me continue to do these more unique flips that cost a little bit more up front. So the wallpaper I didn't have to pay for, and the legs I didn't have to pay for, and so that just continues to allow me to do flips.
That, and also I think it's really cool because they do become true FFT pieces.
Yep.
It's, you know, one of our viewers sends us the legs, and so that was their contribution. So I think it just is symbolic of the community that we're building here. So very thankful. And we have a super chat in the house. Woo-woo! Elizabeth Balla is what it should be, Elizabeth.
Oh my gosh. gosh,
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
All right, so thank you, Elizabeth, for that super chat. And these yellow gold nightstands actually just sold yesterday. So I bought them for $15, sold them for $200, profit of $185.
Nice.
Next, we have our collab dresser that is actually still over in Tennessee. Christina has listed that for me the other day, so hopefully that'll go soon. But I bought it for $50, and we'll let you guys know when it sells.
Shout outs to Christina.
And then a blue chair. I was finally able to do another chair for you guys. And this one was a little bit of a different chair. It was not velvet. It was, I just said it in the video, I think it was like chair material. I don't know. It's just some type of material. And it was nice. It was so cute. It was a little bit on the smaller side. And I got it for $13. Ripped off the skirt, cleaned it up, vacuumed it, sold it for $150. So it was just a quick profit turnaround, same day sale of $137 profit.
Trust in the chairs to get the sales going again, because now we've had a domino effect since the chairs. So shout outs to the chairs. Really quick, Christina has an update as far as the collab piece goes. She said it's getting a lot of views, but no bites just yet. So like we say, gotta stay patient.
Yep, only been a couple of days, so not too worried. All right, and then the following flips were on Dixie Belle's channel or are going to be on Dixie Belle's channel. So we've got flip number 10, the sun-kissed dresser, and I was able to add some hardware to that. I only bought it for $7 at Goodwill, so that was a super steal. And so that is one of the ones that I actually haven't even listed yet. So that'll be getting listed here this week probably. So I'll update you guys on that. Instagram is where we constantly are updating the sold pieces. So be sure to go over there and give us a follow at Furniture Flipping Teacher. There's stories on there all the time of us selling things and kind of behind the scenes. And
just like today, she said that we sold the blue fusion paint.
Yep.
That's on Instagram. We showcased the kind of the time lapse of them picking it up and everything.
Yeah,
so.
And then today on the end of the month, I actually posted this slideshow in the stories as well. So if you're interested in seeing everything, that is over there as well. Flip number 11, the mid-century modern nightstand that was on Dixie Belle's channel. A couple of weeks ago, I got this for $5 from actually my uncle, and then I transformed it. This was the first time that I used tape to make some cool designs. And so I did, there's some designs on the front drawer, but then also on the sides there are some designs. So that one was super fun, $5. Again, another one that I haven't quite posted just yet, but I will get there, I promise. And then this one, you guys get a little sneak peek because this one is going to be on Dixie Belle's channel on this coming Friday. If you didn't know, we have videos going live on Dixie Belle's channel every Friday. We call it FFT Fridays. So if you aren't getting enough FFT content on Mondays and Thursdays from Furniture Flips, you can also hang out with me over there on Fridays.
I know I get enough.
Thanks. Anyway, this one was a dresser that I got at a thrift store for $35. And then I spent $20 on the hardware, and that was actually from Hobby Lobby. I got it on 50% off, so that's why I haven't really tested out Neiman's Theory just yet. But I did it with French linen, and again, I've got to list that one as well. But I'm going to have a heavy day of listing things, I think, tomorrow.
Yeah, you are.
And then, drum roll, for our total this month, we sold, well, we got a profit of $1,462. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. A slow month. Was it slow? Was it not slow? I don't know. That's still pretty decent profit for the amount of pieces that I had on there. And then I still have so many to list, so
and
I didn't quite maximize the opportunity.
Yeah, and I think too, like we said, we were traveling this month. We were filming content and a whole bunch of other stuff that we have for upcoming August and whatnot. And a lot of why I don't think we sold as much too is usually we'll repost things. We'll lower prices on things. We'll repost things like during the weekend. And if they didn't sell in 3 or 4 days, we'll post them on that Thursday or the next following Tuesday. Yeah. So a lot of that, I want to just say this with a grain of salt, because even though $14.62 is what we made, I think that we could have made more had we been able to give more attention to reposting, getting things listed and everything like that. Right. But at the end of it, I mean, making more than $0.
Mm-hmm. That's why I keep saying, it's subjective. And then one last comment about that, and then I think our guest is going to be ready. All right, so one last comment about that is this month I've really tried to stay so patient, because I've found myself in the past just like lowering, and I've been getting a lot of questions about, do I lower it? How fast do you lower it? What's an average time that you leave it up there? Well, I don't really have an average. I just really try to stay patient, no matter how frustrating it can be sometimes. It just is what it is. And, even if it takes that 3 weeks, if you've got the room and if you've got the patience, I say do it.
And I want to visit back to when we didn't have the room, because we didn't have the room always. And when we didn't have the room, even before we had gotten the storage units to where we expanded a little bit, her thing was 5 days. Like, that was something that I stuck on her about, and her parents stuck on her about. Is like, leave it up there for 5 days
before you
lower the price. So, and I know a lot of people don't have the room, so I just want to say that so we can keep that in the forefront of our mind. 5 days, give yourself some grace.
Yep.
But be patient. Okay, so you guys, go ahead, take it away. Sorry.
What, are they ready?
I think they're ready. Are they ready?
I guess so.
Are you ready?
All right, we are ready to announce our Dixie Belle giveaway winners from both my channel, and that's our special guest is...
Drum roll for me, Lord. Drum roll for me. I can't do it and then do. This is our first time trying to do something like this too, so it might not go perfect, but bear with us. We can't hear Christina, so I'm gonna mess with some audio here.
All right, well, while he's messing with the audio, really fast, I'm gonna go ahead and announce our winner, and then once we got the audio, we will be able to hopefully hear her. And so with our giveaway, Dixie Belle was just so gracious in sponsoring this giveaway for both of us.
Am I going to take my earbuds out?
They helped the collab. They helped with the collab, and we used all of their materials and everything like that. And so we are so excited that you guys all entered into our giveaway. And what you had to do is you had to do our premiere, you had to watch our videos, and then you had to enter to win by saying which video was your which piece was your favorite, whether it be mine or Christina's. They had really similar styles, and so I know it was so hard, and we actually both talked, and we both liked each other's pieces better than the other ones. So that was super fun, and we loved just interacting with you guys over on the premiere. So without any further ado, the winner from Furniture Flipping Teachers giveaway for $500 giveaway on Dixie Belle's channel was Jaden Seals. So Jaden, if you're watching, go ahead and message us, and then we'll also try to get a hold of you. We'll pin your comment onto our YouTube video over on our premiere, the one that happened on Monday. And then now Christina, I think we got the audio hopefully working, so she's going to announce her winner.
Yep, give me 1 sec. I'm just going to pull her screen over. And 3, 2, there she is.
Can you hear me now?
I believe so.
Yay, how exciting. Okay, oh my gosh, I can see myself. It's working.
Oppa!
Without further ado, here's my drum roll. The winner on the Pretty Distressed channel is Amy Stoner. Congratulations, Amy!
Yeah!
Your comment. Yeah, you can DM me if you're on here or message me, but I will also pin your comment and it will have all the directions on how you can get your prize. And I did check Amy's comment and she did pick me as the winner of the flip, but that had nothing to do with
Wait!
winners. But I'm excited that the orange dragon because I didn't get a lot, but I got one there.
Somebody infiltrated Dixie Belle and they influenced the decision of the winner there.
What's happening?
Oh, I have no clue what just happened there. Hold on.
Oh, you just put us in a jungle.
This is
Guys are in jungle.
this is like total zen.
Wait, is this all of us? Can they see us?
Yeah. Okay, so I think they can all hear us, so this is gonna work for right now. It's a pretty background. So.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh, you gotta love it.
Do we need to scroll over
Take my
and
earbud off?
ask questions?
Mike says I'm really quiet.
Okay, you might be a little far from the actual audio device, so I'll get you a little bit closer. Everybody bear with us again. This is our first time doing this, so we're definitely making it happen. But then it'll cut that out. So.
Are you all camping? So wait, how are we gonna see the question?
Okay, Christina, hold on. We're just gonna talk with Christina. Just ask her a couple of questions about her upcoming schedule, and I'm gonna pull up the live and I'll look at the questions.
Okay. Yeah, so Christina actually has taken the whole month of July off. Aside from our collab, she was gracious enough to welcome us into her home, and we did a flip together. But Christina, how has it been just taking that time off to be with the family, and how are you feeling about coming back in August?
Oh, I'm feeling so pretty changed. So I'm really glad that I took the time off because I was scared to. I was scared that people were going to forget about me, but for my creativity, for my family time, just for that rest to like recharge, it's been amazing. And then I feel like you guys coming and visiting kind of got me back in the groove. Like I slowly was able to put my toes back in. It felt really good to be refinishing. Doing it by somebody who is so like kind and so encouraging and has inspired so many people, just inspired me to be around you too, because you just have so many great ideas. It just made me excited for the future of furniture refinishing and furniture flipping. So I think you guys have really set me up to like start cranking. I start tomorrow.
Oh!
To be honest, I have like 3 projects and I'm really not sure which one I'm gonna do first. You think I would like taking this time to like plan out, oh, what am I gonna do? But I have so much stuff lined up for August and September. It's just deciding where I want to put things.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to be back on YouTube, but I have not edited a video in like 5 weeks. And Neiman so graciously put my video together for me for this flip, and it was just gorgeous that I am a little scared about editing again. But I think I've learned some things from Neiman too, and I think I'm going to try to change up my style just a little bit. And maybe incorporate some more like talking to the camera as I'm painting, as Lauren does. So you might see some changes come to my channel.
Yay! No, when I was recording you guys, you fit right into that format of content. And, you know, you guys, both of them just were on their A game. They one take almost everything.
Yeah, it was so fun though. Like Christina was saying, it was just fun to be able to flip next to someone. So if you guys are flipping furniture, try and find someone in your area maybe that you can connect with, because it's seriously growing to be such a big community. And even if there's nobody around you, get on Instagram, find that community that you guys can, you know, just come together and create together, be creative, and it was just such a great experience. I've never flipped with someone in person before, and so that was just part of one of my favorite parts of this whole experience was to be able to flip next to Christina and just collaborate together in that way. So we keep saying it, but we're just so thankful from the bottom of our hearts for them letting us come out there.
Okay, Christina, so I have a question for you, and this is for all of our beginner furniture flippers out there. We're getting messages constantly about, first steps to take or just advice getting started out. What would you have to say to that furniture flipper that's just getting started?
I had a really good conversation with Shayna from the Flip Piece on my Instagram this week, and it just reminded me, I've been doing this for so long, sometimes it's hard for me to put my shoes back in, the beginning stages, but just, be really patient with yourself. I know it's really easy to look at these YouTube videos and people are like, I bought this for $5 and I sold it for $400. Don't expect to do that on your first piece. Start small, find the joy in painting, and refinish something for you first, or refinish something for a friend. Find the joy and find your groove and find your style first.
Yeah.
And then kind of focus on that big picture of making money, because there is definitely money to be made, but just in the beginning, don't put that pressure on yourself. If you do find something at Goodwill for $25 and then you put $50 into it, say you put 10 hours of work in it. I know that's a lot of work. But try to post that one, for $200 or $250 and play with the market and see what you can get. Again, don't just throw it up there and give it away. That's not what I'm saying. But if you make $100 on your first piece, or if you make $50 on your first piece, celebrate that. Take what you learned about the market, take what you learned about using the product, how you can do things more efficiently, how you can save up money to buy, tools that are going to help you do things faster, and just know that it's a process, and give yourself patience and grace as you're jumping into it.
Yeah, I totally agree. Were you going to say something?
Well, I read a funny comment from the wonderful and so handsome, if I must say, Mike Muscari, who says, she does keep labeling herself a dinosaur, so the jungle theme works perfect. We have some people saying, do you guys have any questions for Christina while we have her here? We don't want to keep her too long, but maybe a question or two for just an amazing presence on YouTube and a human being who we got to sit down with and have dinner with, and her and Mike kind of just gave us some advice on our relationship, on their story, how to continue to grow together. So I'm just so grateful to have been presenced by these two. Let's take advantage of her wisdom and that dinosaur mentality of hers.
Dinosaur mentality.
Yeah, I didn't know how to finish that one, so. It was one of the best collabs that I've seen on YouTube, so that's awesome.
Oh, Christina, how long have you been flipping?
How long have I been flipping?
Yes.
The first piece I ever painted was in 2013. Okay. But the first time I ever flipped something and sold it for profit was May of 2014.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So about 7-8 years.
And I did a commissioned piece before I ever sold anything on Marketplace, because everything I started to do in the beginning, I just did for myself. I did around my house, and I didn't think that I could sell things. And it wasn't until a cousin approached me and was like, hey, would you do this table for me? And then a month later, someone down the street just had a dresser on the driveway, and I was like, Mike, let's go get this dresser. And we walked it into the garage. That's what I filmed my first YouTube series on, and it was my first piece that I sold on Marketplace.
Okay.
And I sold it for $200. So with the paint I had to buy and my brushes and stuff, I probably made $150,
nice,
$100 on it. And we actually delivered it for her too, and I don't think we charged her for it because we were just excited to get it.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah,
that's where I started.
Yeah, no, completely. And that kind of goes to right along with what you were talking about earlier is get excited, enjoy the flip, because it doesn't have to, it's not all about the money. I started this because I wanted to pay off my student loan debt, but I also just found a love for doing this and just saving furniture ultimately from going to the landfill. I saw actually on Shayna's Instagram like 9 trillion pounds of furniture per year, something insane like that, like goes to the dump. And just think, people like us, people like you guys are continuing to make that number go lower, and we can still get that great quality furniture and then give it a new purpose and a new life. So
yeah, I love that. I think when I started out, I was always trying to like dupe things that looked expensive because I didn't have the money to buy like new furniture. But I love the message of how it is becoming like sustainable design. Yep. I think that is so cool.
Right.
And it makes me want to hang out at the dump and just rescue furniture.
Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually
that's a business model right there, Miss Christina.
I just saw a question on there that said, how do you sell your beautiful pieces? And being at your house, you have a lot of pieces that are yours that you've done, that you've kept, but then a couple of the more recent ones you've done and you're like, I can't let it go. So tell us about that process. Are you gonna end up, or how do you decide which ones you keep and which ones you end up selling?
Yeah, I definitely do not flip as much furniture as you. So I only do one video a week. And I would say half of the ones I've done this year I've sold, and probably like the other half I've done for clients, which are handpicked by me, which are friends or just people I know that I've seen a piece in their house and I'm like, can I please refinish this for you? And they've let me. So half of the stuff I don't have to sell because it's for someone. And then also I would say in that half that I said I've sold and flipped, like I've kept some of those for me because when I really like them, I just keep it and then I'll sell what I'm replacing it with, which is usually something that I made over like two years ago or whatever.
Okay.
So, but then the last 2 recent ones that I did, that green dresser, if anybody follows my stuff, I built a new base for that one. And then I did an anthropology dupe where I put some flowers, some carvings, moldings on there. And it looks like it's hand carved, and those are sitting in my house right now, and I cannot sell them. And I've been telling Mike, like, let's measure upstairs, because I want to put the green one, I think, in my kid's playroom. But I think we're going to have to move the TV up, but I'm willing to do it, because I can't get rid of that one.
Yeah.
And the anthropology one, I'm trying to put that in my bedroom and then sell something that I have in there.
I mean, they're beautiful.
I don't always sell my furniture. I will move things around in my house.
Okay.
I love design and decor as well, and so I would just change things up in my house and then sell something maybe that I refinished like 3 years ago. So
that's a great thought process for people.
Yeah, mine is a little different. I just cut it. I keep talking to it.
Okay, so to actually go into the piece that you said you had added a base to, I think this ties in really well. When adding legs to a dresser, how do you know if they will hold the weight of the piece?
You can tell when you flip it over, you can tell the way that it is structured. And basically, as long as you put the weight in all 4 corners, and then you put like braces on the back, like most pieces of furniture are going to have those triangle braces on the back. I always just make sure that I incorporate those braces into the back, and I've never had an issue because when you're putting feet on, they're usually metal and you're replacing wood. Mm-hmm. And the wood base that I did, it's Craig jigged together, so the screws are really strong, and it's oak and pine. That's what furniture is made out of, so it's going to be able to hold the weight of your base. You just need to make sure that back support, I think, is the most important thing. Like, you can't take those triangles off of a piece and not put them back on. So you will see in my videos that I always have those back supports on.
Awesome.
Yeah. I added the gold legs to one piece, and I also feel like if you just do it on all 4 corners, as long as it's not like dipping in the middle, then you're going to have, it has plenty of support all the way around.
Cool. Okay.
And most of those pieces that need that middle support already have that middle support.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that faux pony leg.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't have one of those, it probably doesn't need that middle support.
Good point. Great point. Okay, so let's 2 more questions. Is that okay, Christina? I don't want to keep you here too long. Okay. I know the kids are upstairs going rampant right now, so that no, I'm just kidding. What if you were, and I like this question because I think we can get in our heads as creators for whatever endeavor it is, and create excuses for ourselves. Love you, Mimi, but just me being real. What if where you live is not the right market for flipping furniture? Everyone here looks for thrift store prices on everything. I do redo furniture for myself and friends and family, though. What would you say to that?
I mean, I think you know your market better than anybody else. I've sold in 2 different markets, so I understand that. But I also want to tell you that it only takes one person to buy your piece of furniture.
100%.
I know with Instagram and YouTube, we're so used to like, oh, I gotta get this out. I need like everybody to like it. But you only need one person to buy it. And like you said, if you can just wait it out. Like sometimes you have to take something off and sometimes you put it back on and it sells right away. I had an end table that sold when Neiman and Lauren were here and I had just given up selling it. I was going to give it away to somebody or put it somewhere in my house.
Yeah.
And that day I got a message being like, hey, is this still available? And they tried to say, oh, I'll give you 50 for it. I'm like, no, the price is 75. Because at that point I had nothing to lose. I was already going to just like get rid of it anyways.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, I'll come take it. So it is just being patient and waiting for that one buyer.
Yep. I agree because, you know, sometimes I put things on there that I forget about and it's been on there for like a month or 2, or I've even had one on there for 3 months and then it sells. So, I mean, the one thing that I would say though is with the smaller communities, like I can understand how that makes a big difference, but try to find a place near you so that you can reach more people. So, you know, be a part of those groups that, so for instance, we're in Omaha, but we're in a suburb of Omaha, but I'm a part of 20 plus buy sell trade groups. So I'm not just posting on Facebook Marketplace, I'm posting on Marketplace and I'm posting on all 20 of those other buy sell trade groups of suburbs of my area. So that just expands the people who are able to see. So just make sure that you are getting your pieces seen by enough people to be able to be in front of the right person.
It's a numbers game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. One more question for Miss Christina here. Let's see. I think I found it. Okay. Let's see who asks it. If I can. Okay. Trey House asks, how do you find inspiration for your pieces? And then I want to ask you that too.
Okay.
There's so many different places. I find inspiration from other artists. I find inspiration just like looking at decor magazines. Like I love looking at Ballard, Restoration Hardware, Pottery Barn, and getting inspired by pieces in there. Not copying, but inspired. And definitely, I mean, my biggest inspiration is other artists. When I see them try something, I'm like, how can I take that and put my own unique style on it or my own spin on it? And honestly, most of the colors that I do my furniture in, I'm very neutral. But when I do color, it's mostly inspired by things that I see in nature. Like I love deep greens, like we're sitting in front of right now. I love black. I love beige. I love, you know, that terracotta color is becoming one of my faves. I was scared to put on furniture, but Lauren encouraged me to do that. So I do really like those earthy, like muted tones, and I think that that's part of my inspiration as well.
Awesome. You?
For me, I would say, yeah, other artists for sure. And I do a lot of Pinterest browsing and then a lot of Instagram browsing. And also I've even gotten other ideas off of Facebook Marketplace from like things that I've seen, you know, like Christina said, it's never that I want to copy someone else's idea, but to draw inspiration with it and just say, how can I take this idea, this look, and turn it into my own look? And I think that remembering that, you know, it's really hard to create something that's new, never been done before, but if you can create it in your own way and to your own spin on it, then that's also what's gonna help you create that new style. Yeah.
All right, Christina, thank you for joining us here.
Thanks for having me. You guys know I love you guys, and you're the best. And FFT fam, they're for real. They're the real deal. They're exactly like this off screen. So you are just following two people that really, really deserve your support. So thanks for supporting these two. They're amazing.
Well, thank you so much, Christina, and we really appreciate you hopping on here with us, and then also just welcoming us into the YouTube community and the Flip community. It's been really awesome getting to know you, and can't wait to continue on this relationship with you.
She was the first one to reach out to us and show us all the love, so
Yeah,
Christina holds a special place in our heart.
And she's just as real, like she said about us, she's just as real as she is here
Open
in
book.
person. So
Thanks, Christina.
Cool. Love you guys. Take care.
thanks
Love
for
ya.
joining us in the jungle.
Bye, FFT fam.
Bye, dinosaur. Okay, let's get back over to this. There we go. I think I did it. We got it. We're back over here. We were over here the whole time, but...
Wait, are we...
Yep, here, you just gotta look at the camera, and I'll take care of the video stuff. Like, you take care of the questions, right? Fair enough.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was super fun. We just adore Christina so much. She is...
An amazing human being, yeah.
Amazing.
And it's like...
Transparent, open, heart, full of heart.
Full of heart. We're all full of heart, yep.
No, but like just...
I'm kidding.
I'm done. You can take over the live.
No, she's exactly who she is in person. But she's full of heart. Like, she's a very nice and...
Humble.
Humble, yeah.
There we go.
There it is. That's great. That's great.
And ditching the grind 3. Yes, we live in the same city as Warren Buffett. My high school history teacher lived like 3 doors down from him.
Every Tuesday, I will spend my whole 3 hours, 4 hours of my morning when I wake up at his favorite restaurant and hoping he comes in, but I haven't caught him yet. But I also don't do that. So, but he does have a local restaurant that he goes to. It's Gorat's. It's like a steakhouse, and from what I was told when I went there, he is there on a weekly to bi-weekly basis, but haven't ran into him yet.
And Christina's glad she's out of the jungle.
It was getting hot in that jungle. I heard things, creepy crawlies crawling around too.
Why did you choose a jungle?
I just popped up the screen and then it put us in there. I think it sensed like somebody said, like we're in the jungle because the dinosaur from Christina. So I think maybe...
Mike said.
Mike, yes, Mike.
Her own
So
husband.
I think the Skype software sensed the inner essence.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, let's go through some comments. We got some more questions. We're going to end this thing in about, let's go to 3:05. Again, I know I said 3, but somebody asked who the winners were again.
Oh, okay. So winners for giveaway on FFT channel, Jaden Seals. And these will be pinned on those videos as well. And then over on Pretty Distressed, she had a winner, Amy Stoner. So we will pin those and let you guys know how to receive your giveaway money.
Yeah. We have a question up here that asks, it was one of the best collabs. I already read that. Loved watching y'all. Can't wait until I start my project. I've learned so much. Hold on. Oh, how do you let go? Okay, we don't really have that many questions right now. Just a whole bunch of comments. So, ditch the grind 3,
Yeah.
$5.
Thank you. And yes, they're the one that asked about Warren Buffett. Maybe they got a little Warren Buffett money.
Ooh. Well, then I'd be a little disappointed with $5 if they had Warren Buffett money.
Does
Just send me some
Christina
Coke.
have a background in art? Well, I don't know. I don't believe so. She has a background in communications and
she did some PR and some
Yeah.
marketing stuff. So I'm not sure in art, but being in her house, I did see some Joanna Gaines books and for inspirational knowledge type of stuff. So
creative.
Yes.
Creative.
Are y'all having a baby? No baby here. That's Lauren's.
That's my sister-in-law's ultrasound. They're having twins in the end of August. Actually, in about 3 weeks. They're not gonna let her go past 3 more weeks. So we're getting so close to having little baby boys. We will definitely let you guys know over on the vlog channel. They will be over there when they're born.
Drea asks, which finish would you recommend for a French Provincial cane headboard? Dixie Belle Satin Clear or Gator? I'm painting it in the Dixie Belle French linen.
Oh, I just did a piece in French linen. I use the satin. So the difference between satin and gator hide is just a couple of things. Satin is going to be right above matte, so it's not shiny, but it's just a little more sleek and smooth than, say, a matte finish. But then the gator hide is going to give you a little bit more protection, but it's also going to be very, very glossy and shiny. And so it just really depends on the protection that you want. For me personally, I really love Dixie Belle's satin clear coat. Christina loves their flat clear coat, so it's just real preference. So try it out.
Wah, wah, wah! Out of the Mud Ministry, Logan Crew and crew, send $5. Love y'all. Keep being you. Safe travels, Lauren.
Thank you. I'm going to Florida with some of my friends. So
Suzanne asks, have you had any really smelly furniture? I've heard lots of ways to get rid of it. What's your trick?
Alright. To get rid of... Sorry, I was...
Yeah, you just can't read it.
No,
Let me
I
do my job.
thinking about something else. Read it again.
Have you had any really smelly furniture? I've heard lots of ways to get rid of it. What's your trick?
So... if the insides stink... Okay, so no, to answer your question, I have not personally dealt with this. But if the inside stinks, then I have heard of dryer sheets being able to go in there. I have heard of Dixie Belle's Clear Boss helping, but really that's going to help with the outsides, like blocking in that odor. You can try the Clear Shellac spray. I know at our Menards, which is like a more of a Midwest regional hardware store, but they probably have the same at like Home Depot maybe. Shellac but it's an odor fighting shellac, so maybe try that. I really try to make sure that I'm checking out furniture and smells before, I even buy them, and if it smells too bad, I'll probably pass on it.
Yeah, because we haven't had a piece that has ever smelled.
I mean, I've had some antique pieces that just smell old,
yeah.
But I mean, that's just old. And then I use like Big Mama's Butter Orange Grove, and that just like smells so good.
Yeah.
So that really helps.
We did announce the winner, Jessica King, again for FFT. It was Jaden Seals, and then for Pretty Distressed's part, it was Amy Stoner. Okay, I like this question from Professor Platypus. Are you going to expand your woodworking craftsmanship skills with big tools in your big shop to improve your big furniture repairs? Okay, I added in that last one. Beyond primarily just painting.
I would like to, and my first attempt is going to be that DIY base that Christina was talking about. She did. DIY Wife is another YouTuber, and it's like her coined it, the DIY Wife base of the furniture here on YouTube. She adds that to most of her pieces, and I really have been wanting to try that out. We recently got a big tool, and it's not even that big, but it's my own staple gun. So it's a DeWalt one, and I put a battery, 20 volt battery on it, and it's not an air compressor one, but that's my first big girl tool. So our next one, I think we want to do a compound miter saw.
Yep. And
just kind of go from there. And I love DeWalt tools, so I'm really trying to reach out to them.
If anybody has a connection within DeWalt, we would love to work with them. I've reached out to them on LinkedIn. Maybe we should all go over to our LinkedIn profiles, find their chief of marketing, and send them like Furniture Flippin' Teacher and DeWalt 2021.
Yeah. Mike Muscari, Christina's husband, says don't get a table saw.
Oh, does he? No table saws.
So... really fast, I don't think so. On Christina's Instagram story right after we had left, they kind of shared their experience, what happened, but basically, Mike was cutting a piece for me for a drawer slide, and it probably just wasn't the safest thing because it was a really small cut, and he ended up cutting his thumb, not with the actual saw, but because of kickback. And it really just taught us all a really awesome lesson that, the saw isn't the only dangerous part of using tools like that. You need to take those proper safety methods and measures to just make sure that you're doing it all right. So just continue to make sure that you know that the wood kickback is almost just as, or if not more dangerous than the actual tool itself.
We did hear good news. Mike's fingernail is growing back, so he still has a thumb. But it was that night we were at dinner watching the Suns play the Bucks in Game 6 or whatever it was, Game 5, and we get a photo. He got back from getting his stitches, and I would love to be able to show it right now, but we don't have it anywhere to pull it up so quickly. But he had a piece of pizza in his left hand, and then he had his thumb, but it was like a thumb this big because it was wrapped. And it was just like, Mike's home, and he's been hungry because he's been at the hospital, hasn't eaten all day. Yeah. But he was a trooper, and thanks for your sacrifices, the blood sacrifices, Mr. Mike.
Yeah, Professor Platypus, if you get kicked back, you need to just be careful, seriously.
When do you plan to start classes, and will they be for beginners?
Classes?
No classes.
No,
not yet.
Classes.
Classes are Monday and Thursday.
Yeah. We're working on a guide.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't know. We don't have any plans for classes yet.
Stay tuned for the guide thingy.
Yeah.
Have you never flipped a leather sofa chair?
Ooh, we kind of did, but we didn't sell it, but we flipped our own. We just added covers to our couch. So it was a leather couch. And it was actually my parents' old one, but it's basically the layers of couch. It was faux leather, and it just kept peeling and coming off. And so I got on Amazon, and they had, I think it was an 8-piece couch cover. So we covered it, and so it's this microfiber suede material. It's just so soft, and we love it. So I haven't really flipped one to sell, but we updated our own so that we didn't have to just get rid of that ugly couch.
Who won between Lauren and Christina? We are going to call it a cats game.
Yeah. Okay, it was a flip off, 24 hours, but the challenge really wasn't, who won. It was just to see if we could do it in 24 hours. And it was a challenge because for me, it was a challenge because I was out of my own element. I was at Christina's house. She allowed me to use all of her tools and materials, but, I just wasn't home, so it was a little bit more challenging. And then for her, it was a challenge because she's used to taking an entire week to do hers, and so that was the challenge for her, was just she had to go pretty quick. And so it was a challenge for both of us, but both of us won because both of us got it done within that 24 hours.
If anything, me and Mike won because we said that they weren't going to be able to sell them. Okay, I don't know where I was going with that. They owe us $20. They owe us dinner. Anyway.
No, you guys made a bet on yourselves.
Oh.
I was like, you guys, yeah.
I forgot to refrigerate my Dixie Belle mud. Is it ruined?
If it's still
mixable, really,
if
right?
it's still like the same consistency, if it's not hardened, then it's not ruined. So I would say, it might have gotten hard around the edges, but put it in the fridge. I don't think it's the end of the world. Honestly, I haven't put mine. I didn't know that was a thing until probably 6 months after I even got it. So. And
you never had issues with it.
I never had issues.
Even
with it.
over the winter, right?
It was drying on the edges, but I just thought that was part of it. But definitely just throw it in there now. But it's not ruined.
Yeah.
It's not like mayonnaise. It doesn't expire.
It doesn't taste like it for sure.
Ew, it
no, but you said it like.
Well, no, I'm saying it says to be refrigerated, but it's not. Yeah, it's not like food.
Do you have to stir Dixie Belle mud?
Yeah, stir it. Yep.
Are you both enjoying living in the farmlands with such a huge workshop? I so envy that shop.
We are seriously enjoying it. I think the only thing that we don't enjoy is the lack of the Wi-Fi, but we're so lucky to be able to still come over here and do things like this, live stream, upload our content. But we're making it work. You know, there's no excuses, because even though our job is completely content related and uploading material related, we're still getting it done. And so that's why he's taught me, you know, don't make excuses, just make it happen.
Beth Blankenship asks, tannins on a striped piece of furniture, no, stripped, right? Piece of furniture that I'd like to do stain. Does it go through the entire coffee table? I assume it will show through a stain. Suggestions on products to use. Does that make sense?
Right.
Maybe stripped, so maybe sanded down, I believe, right? That would make the most sense.
On a striped piece of furniture that I'd like to stain, does it go through the entire coffee table? I'm not too sure.
Okay, Beth, put it down in the comments again. Just rephrase your question for us, and then we will try to get to it. It will freeze. Have you used Melange paint, and do you have any tips? Go ahead.
Putting Dixie Belle sorry.
Have you used Melange paint, and do you have any tips?
Have I used Melange
Keep
paint?
It short.
Yes, I've used Melange paint. I love Melange paint. Try Melange paint. Use our code FLIP10 because that's going to get you 10% off. And they are just,
what do you like
awesome
about
company. I love the self-leveling qualities of Melange paint. It has a primer already in there, and then it self-levels, and then plus their colors.
Amazing. Infinite amount of colors.
I mean, they just are coming out with 4 and 5 colors each month on top of their already 50 plus colors, and their colors are just amazing. And I never thought that there could be 8 colors of green shades, but they're seriously, every single one of them is different, and it's so, I don't even know how to describe colors, but they're pigmented so well that they're chameleon colors, and just try it. I promise you, you will love it.
Will you have heat in the workshop in the winter? We will. We're planning on
a heater. We're gonna get a heater,
or probably a few heaters. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have some ideas because even when the winter comes around, the work has to continue. So.
Yeah. But like we said, we did it out in the garage. So again, an hour before we're going out, we'll go out, turn on those heaters, boom. We just got to make it happen.
Yeah. Christina says she's going to be trying Melange soon.
Yay!
No coupon code for Dixie Belle, unfortunately.
Yeah, so Dixie Belle doesn't do coupon codes.
Why do some people strip the furniture rather than sanding it down like you do?
That just probably preference. Like, I really just do not like dealing with paint stripper. I don't like the mess that it creates, and I also just don't really feel like I have the knowledge or the desire to have the knowledge to do it like that correctly. And so I just do my sander, and because I've got the Surf Prep, it just buzzes right through the finish.
All right, questions are kind of slowing down. There's still a ton of people on here, so thank you guys for joining us. But let's go into August. What are some fun things that we have going on in August that we can say? And yeah,
we've got some collabs coming up in August, not with other YouTubers, but just with other companies and brands that we're going to be bringing you guys new to us.
New paint that she'll be trying.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
Hopefully our plan is to also do a couple more house projects. We would definitely love to, especially our living room, but our office in our house, kind of get that going.
And that's going to be all over on the flip side with Lauren and Neiman. So again, if you're not subscribed over there, head over there because that's where all of that content is going to go.
Yep. So really wanting to spend a lot of time in August at the house renovating the portions of it and everything. So Beth got back to us and she said the piece is sanded. The tannins will show through the stain if it's sanded.
The tannins. So that I don't think so. Unfortunately, I'm probably not the right person to ask about staining things. I'm not too familiar with the more of the staining refinishing side. I'm more of the paint side right now.
Okay.
So I'm
sorry, Beth.
Sorry, Beth.
It's okay though. There's YouTube it, I promise.
Yeah. Tone and Art says, is it possible to get melange paint in Europe? Yes, it's possible. Kind of like your comment says, the shipping is the issue, but if you want it over there and you're willing to pay the shipping costs, you can reach out to them on Instagram, Melange Paints, and they'll help you out.
What tool would be best for applying top coat?
In the past I've used foam brushes, but I've really enjoyed using the Zebra fan brush, so that it's just a little bit more wide, and then that synthetic brush is really good to have going across like more wide strips.
Lori Williams asks, can we look at your Facebook Marketplace listings? If yes, what name do we look under? I'd like to see examples on how they're written and laid out. I was actually going to but just share the name of a video that we had produced.
Yeah, I can never personally search by people's names. I've tried to do it with people that I know, and searching just their name, it never really works out. I mean, you can search in my area, Omaha, in the marketplace, if you just change the location. But other than that,
head over to YouTube, and on Furniture Flipping Teachers YouTube page, we have how to sell on Facebook Marketplace in 2021.
Yep.
And in that video, we have screenshots of what Lauren puts in her posts, some visual aspects to see, and everything like that. So that could be a place where you could see what her listings, they haven't changed since then. But what are some tips on listing on Facebook that you would give out to people?
Be transparent, tell the color, use all of your 10 photos, but still tell what the color is, give dimensions. Is it pet-free, smoke-free? What could the piece be used for? Give them ideas in their head. Make sure you have those 10 awesome photos.
Good lighting with your photos. I saw a comment in there earlier. Pay attention to lighting.
Go down to the bottom, and if you're able to make tags, then tag your furniture. If it's a dresser, then tag dresser, furniture, drawers, wood, solid wood, the color it is, the style it is. As much information as you can put into that listing, do it.
Perfect. How do you deal with heat and working on the furniture with the humidity and the painting?
I just kind of have to work fast, and I have noticed that as long as you're not in direct sunlight, that the paint will still take a little while to dry. It won't. I've worked in direct sunlight before, and you literally brush it, and by the time you're at the bottom of your stroke, the top's already dry. So don't do it in direct sunlight, but the humidity, it's gonna dry a lot faster. And so another tip would be to maybe, if you're using chalk paint and water-based paint, that you could thin it out a little bit with some water to keep it more moist.
Awesome. Diana Donofrio asks, have you bleached wood?
Ooh, stay tuned, get subscribed, because on Thursday, our video is actually me bleaching some wood on the piece that I just finished this morning. So that was a first for me. Worked
out really well.
Yeah, I liked it.
Let's say, okay, 2 more questions. Let's see. This doesn't count as one. Dixie Belle, mint julep or vintage duck egg? Go. Oh, it's for an antique dresser. I have my answer.
Ooh, I think for an antique dresser, probably the vintage duck egg.
That was my answer.
Just for that style, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Didn't you do one in duck egg?
I've done it in both.
Yeah.
And the vintage duck egg is more blue, so just make sure you
beautiful,
want blue, or do you want green? Then that kind of gives you your answer.
But vintage duck egg gets our vote.
I'm surprised. Because you loved the mint julep dressers that I did.
But it's an antique dresser that she's doing. So I love that blue on the antique dresser.
Okay, but I didn't do it on an antique dresser.
Well,
how do you know you like it on
maybe I've been dreaming about duck egg on antique dressers. I don't know. Been around furniture for so much. You both should have an open day and show all your furniture in your workroom for sale. That's a good idea. And yeah, we'll actually have to look into that. I really like that idea. So thank you for that.
But we've also just got to be really careful of, just opening our area to be open for people, just being careful and cautious too.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean, but yeah. Okay, 2 questions starting now. Who chooses the music? I choose the music.
Unless I choose it.
Unless she chooses it, but she rarely chooses it. If you can tell the difference in painting with artificial versus natural hair paintbrushes, which ones to use and when?
So natural, I usually, that's hard.
That's a good question.
If you're going to wax things, use natural bristles. In the past, chalk paint you were only to use natural bristles, and now that's kind of changed so that you can use synthetic as well. It's my favorite brush from Melange, and by the way, they named that brush after me.
Lauren.
It's called the Lauren. So if you like that brush, you need to go over to their website and check it out because it's named after me. But anyway, that's a natural bristle brush, and it's flattened. It's natural bristle, but then I also really enjoy using the zebra brushes with chalk paint and melange paint, and so...
If Christina is still here, I would like to have her in. I don't know if she's still here, but we'll let her comment pop up.
Is it my preference? Is it saying what do I like? Which one do I like, or why?
No, I think she's asking can you tell a difference in painting with artificial versus the natural hair paintbrushes? So in your finish, your brush strokes or your brush streaks.
I've never really paid attention to that specifically. But I would personally say with actually painting, I enjoy using zebra as natural, or not natural, but the synthetic brushes.
All right, well, I think that's all the questions that we have time for today.
This has been so much fun, and I don't know, do you think they liked it? Do you think they want us to do more? Do you guys want us to do more? Let us know. Let us know. We do have that super chat enabled for the next couple of minutes here, so if you want us to keep doing this, that'll really help us know.
Wait, Mike says that Christina can tell the difference. So, Mike, what can she tell the difference in, or what are we looking for as far as the difference?
If I were to guess, I guess I would say that the natural bristle brushes would, make more brush stroke marks than the synthetic would, just because they're more thick bristles and the synthetic are more thin, and so they go on more smoothly. That's my guess.
It's a nice hypothesis.
Yeah.
Observation. Yes, do more of these, please. Yes, do it again. Y'all have a great week. Keep these great live chats coming. Yes, please do more. Thank y'all. Thanks, guys. This was fun. Have a great weekend. We love these. I love these.
Mike says that Christina says the natural gives you more texture and an artistic look. So.
There you go.
There you go. Thanks, Christina / Mike. Thanks, Mike. And then relaying the information for Christina.
I think when and if we do these going forward more often, we are going to aim to have them on the weekends. We have viewers in the UK and Iceland and everything like that, and if we go live at 7 p.m., we kind of pigeonhole them and put them trying to watch that 1 a.m., 2 a.m.s in the morning. So would this be a good time? We started at 2 p.m. CST. Would that be a good time to do these in the future?
Yeah.
And we'll do it on a weekend, either a Saturday or a Sunday. But what that means is it may not be at the first of the month like we like to do them.
Yeah, it won't be on August 1st every time, because obviously the first of the month doesn't fall on on the weekend every single time. So.
Yeah, it worked out well, but then you might have to wait a little bit longer for us to do something like this. Yeah. So let us know if 2 p.m. CST was a good time.
Yeah. We really, really thank you guys for joining us. It was so much fun. Thank you to all of you guys who did engage with the super chats. That will go straight toward our furniture flipping supplies, as well as, you know, thank you for all of you who have done Amazon wish list items, because those seriously help me continue to create new things instead of just being so basic each flip. I'm able to add legs and wallpaper and knobs, and so that's really fun, and it just allows me to showcase more of what I can do, but then also showcase more ideas for you guys to try out as well.
Yeah, down in the description in this video, you'll be able to find links to the Amazon wish list if you'd like to support in that form. And also make sure you get subscribed. We'll be back tomorrow for another video. And we cannot forget the flip side with Lauren and Neiman, our vlog channel. Head over there to get subscribed there. I hope to have a video coming to you guys today to recap the last 3 weeks. But I don't want to promise. But it'll be coming very soon. Yeah. But just go get prepared over there.
And our Monday video tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Time, we built a staging wall.
Yeah, and Diana actually really quick asks, how do we send money? If you'd like to send us money, the super chat button is below that chat box, and it has like a $sign on it next to the emoji face, and you just click on that and it'll kind of explain the rest from there. Yep. And that's for anybody else who would like to join in supporting FFT in that regard. I don't want to forget, thank you again to Mike and Christina for having us out, for spurring on our craziness, and it just they were just as crazy though, so it was
I feel perfect. Like we keep just talking about it, but honestly it was the highlight of our month for sure. But I just feel like one of the biggest highlights of our time here on YouTube,
our journey so
just
far,
being able to collaborate. Like Neiman always says, collaboration over competition, and that's the same goes for you guys. You know, collaborate with people. Like I said, find people around you or even on social media that you can meet up with or communicate with daily that are interested in those same things that you are, and just collaborate, talk, enjoy it.
Be open-minded. Yeah. In the world that we live in, I think there's so much agenda to push division within us. So we're so grateful to have built something that is positive and that has brought people together to be positive, to be helpful to each other, and just to serve as a light in the world where sometimes it can seem like it's full of dark, but we can promise you there's a lot of positivity, there's a lot of light going on, and there's a lot of good people out there willing to help and to show love and to be there for you.
Yeah. Thank you, Diana, for super chat, and thank you to Joyce for the super chat. And then Heather, you said you might want to start Cash App because YouTube takes 30%. That's fine. My Venmo is down there, or you can also buy us a coffee. That's totally up to you, but we're completely fine with the super chats as well. Thank you, Andrea, for shooting over that super chat.
Yeah.
From Canada, I think, right?
Oh.
Is that means? CA?
CA in the house.
Thank you.
Getting some Canadian dollars, which I'm pretty sure they're the same thing as American dollars, but it sounds cooler for Canadian
and
dollars.
I mean, you know, the fact that YouTube takes some of it, you know, they're in essence allowing us to be here and create this community, so it comes with the territory. We thank YouTube for allowing this and just
providing a place for us to gather and to create community. So we totally understand.
Yep.
Cask app. Okay, everybody. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here.
Venmo's down below out of this mud and shit. It's down below. So Venmo me if you really want to, but don't feel like you have to.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. I think we are going to sign off. We've been here an hour and a half again. you know, we say, oh, we're only going to be here for an hour, but we
love it. We love you guys.
Fun,
so thank you.
And again, just shout out to Christina for joining us for a couple of minutes too. It was awesome to be able to pick her brain a little bit.
And sit in the forest together and just
bask in the jungle.
See you on the flip side. Let's have a great August.
Get out there.
Stay patient.
Stay inspired. Thank you guys. See you on the flip side.
I missed that one.